Executive. Sorry, Glenn. Councillor Baeremaeker, Deputy Mayor, go ahead. Your turn.
Thank you, through you, Mr. Chair. I will be supporting all of the set of recommendations that are before us today. I think this is a massive transit investment in every single part of the city that is desperately needed. And it's no more desperately needed than in Scarborough. Our city centre isn't connected to the subway system. Our university isn't connected to the subway system. We have 33% of the city's land mass, 5% of the subway system. We have 25% of the population, only 5% of the subway system. When you look at North York and Scarborough, for example, two suburban areas, we have about the same population. North York's population's a little higher than ours. Land mass, Scarborough's a little bit bigger than North York, and we have the largest urban park in the world over by the zoo. But we're basically the same population, the same geographic area. North York has 15 subway stations. Scarborough has 3. And I don't begrudge the people of North York having 15 subway stations when we, with the same population, only have 3, because I think the people of North York need those subway stations in order to be rich and vibrant and healthy and alive and to be able to get from point A to point B efficiently. I actually want more transit and more subways in North York. But when it comes to Scarborough, there just seems to be this wall of hatred and denial and antagonism to Scarborough. Here are the facts on the chart. If you look at this long line of subway stations from the western border of our city all the way to Scarborough, not to our eastern border, but at least just to Scarborough. And if anyone in this audience can tell me where they live on that chart, I can tell you that our subway is busier than your subway. If you live at Yonge, that's the only station along the entire line that's busier than our station. You think you live downtown in downtown Toronto if you walk to the Bay subway station? Our subway station is busier than yours. If you're at St. George, look at them all. Anywhere you live in the city of Toronto, this station will be busier than your station. People say we don't have the ridership. That's not accurate. There's the science, there's the numbers, there's the truth. I would hope that people will listen to it. People say, oh, it's too expensive. We've paid for this subway, Mr. Chair, Mr. Mayor. We've paid for it. We've increased our taxes. We've done that 3 times at council, and we've approved them all. The federal and provincial governments have approved the funding envelope. We're still within our funding envelope. Of all the projects we're talking about today, there's only one where we actually have all the approvals and all of the money, and that's the Scarborough subway, and that's the one project people are trying to rip down and throw into the gutter. It's wrong and it's unfair to the people of Scarborough. When you look at changing to an LRT, we just heard from staff that the cost of an LRT now is $2.7 to $3 billion. It's the same cost as a subway. So you want to delay us for 2 years and end up spending the same amount of money on a system that doesn't carry as many people, and on a system where Cabinet Minister Brad Dougherty has said, I'll cancel that subway over my dead body. If you think you can go back to the LRT, you're dreaming in Technicolor. Naysayers and nitpickers, get out of the way, because we're building a subway. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
On that note, I'll have to thank you. Okay.